Coronavirus. Fantastic. The novel coronavirus, COVID-19, may be a respiratory illness which will end in serious illness or death. It is caused by a replacement strain of coronavirus not previously identified in humans and simply spread from person to person. There is currently no approved vaccine or antiviral treatment for this disease. On March 10, 2020, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services identified the first 2 presumptive positive cases of COVID-19 in Michigan. On that same day, I issued Executive Order 2020-4. This order declared a state of emergency across the state of Michigan under Section 1 of Article 5 of the Michigan Constitution of 1963, the Emergency Management Act, 1976 Pennsylvania 390, as amended, MCL 30.401 at SEC, and therefore the Emergency Powers of the Governor Act of 1945, 1945 PA 302, as amended, MCL 10.31 at SEC. In the 3 weeks that followed, the virus spread across Michigan, bringing deaths within the hundreds, confirmed cases within the thousands, and deep disruption to the present state's economy, homes, and educational, civic, social, and religious institutions. On April 1, 2020, in response to the widespread and severe health, economic, and social harms posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, I issued Executive Order 2020-33. This order expanded on Executive Order 2020-4 and declared both a state of emergency and a state of disaster across the state of Michigan under Section 1 of Article 5 of the Michigan Constitution of 1963, the Emergency Management Act, and therefore the Emergency Powers of the Governor Act of 1945. The Emergency Management Act vests the governor with broad powers and duties to cope with dangers to the present state or the people of the state presented by a disaster or emergency, which the governor may implement through executive orders, proclamations, and directives having the force and effect of law. MCL 30.4031-2. Similarly, the Emergency Powers of the Governor Act of 1945 provides that, after declaring a state of emergency, the governor may promulgate reasonable orders, rules, and regulations as he or she considers necessary to guard life and property or to bring the emergency situation within the affected area in check. MCL 10.311. To suppress the spread of COVID-19, to stop the state's health care system from being overwhelmed, to permit time for the assembly of critical test kits, ventilators, and private protective equipment, and to avoid needless deaths, it's reasonable and necessary to direct residents to stay reception or in their place of residence to the utmost extent feasible. To that end, on March 23, 2020, I issued Executive Order 2020-21, ordering all people in Michigan to remain home and stay safe. The order limited gatherings and travel, and required workers who aren't necessary to sustain or protect life to remain home. The measures put in place by Executive Order 2020-21 have been effective, but this virus is both aggressive and persistent. On April 8, 2020, Michigan reported 20,346 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 959 deaths from it. To win this fight, and to protect the health and safety of our state and each other, we must be just as aggressive and persistent. Though we have all made sacrifices, we must be steadfast. Accordingly, with this order, I find it reasonable and necessary to reaffirm the measures set forth in Executive Order 2020-21, clarify them, and extend their duration to April 30, 2020. This order takes effect on April 9, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. When this order takes effect, Executive Order 2020-21 is rescinded. Acting under the Michigan Constitution of 1963 and Michigan law, I order the following. This order must be construed broadly to ban in-person work that's not necessary to sustain or protect life. Subject to the exceptions in Section 7 of this order, all individuals currently living within the state of Michigan are ordered to remain reception or at their place of residence. Subject to an equivalent exceptions, all public and personal gatherings of any number of individuals occurring among persons not a part of one household are prohibited. All individuals who leave their home or place of residence must adhere to social distancing measures recommended by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), including remaining a minimum of 6 feet from people from outside the individual's household to the extent feasible under the circumstances. No person or entity shall operate a business or conduct operations that need workers to travel away their homes or places of residence except to the extent that those workers are necessary to sustain or protect life or to conduct minimum basic operations.